I'm going to be ranking the best budget cards right now in NBA 2K23 My Team. We do have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 25 of the best budget cards in my team. Now, I will say my budget price range is going to be most cards under 25,000 MT. That's going to be kind of the high point, and then most cards on this tier list will probably be anywhere from like 5,000 to 20,000 MT. But let me know in the comment section down below who are some of your guys' favorite budget cards in my team right now, and of course, let me know what you guys would change about my list. But first budget card here is going to be Diamond Shea. Even though he's a little bit, you could say, outdated because we have a new Galaxy Opal Shea and a lot of other really good point guards, I still think Shea is probably somewhere in that B tier category just because he is 6'6" and he does have a 6'11" wingspan at the point guard position, and he has a great jump shot. That's pretty much it with Shea though. Has the MJ dribble style so he can move a little bit, but this card really isn't anything special anymore. Doesn't really have the greatest defensive stats, isn't the best at going to the rim, but still has a very solid jump shot, and he's 6'6" at the point guard position. Now, Pink Diamond AK, I think he's probably going to be somewhere in S or A tier. I think for now, I'm probably going to go high A tier. Like, I think he's probably going to be in my S tier category. If you guys don't know, S tier is going to be my top 5 budget cards in the game. Is AK a top 5 budget card? Not 1000% sure. So I think for now, I just want to keep AK in the A tier category. He is such a good defender though. He's 6'9" at the small forward position, and just take a look at these defensive stats. He's got a 97 block, 97 steal, 97 lateral quickness, 96 perimeter, and a 94 interior defense. I mean, this card is still one of the best defenders in my team, and he's only about 10 to 15,000 MT, so he is super good for his price range. Now, offensively, he's not going to be anything too special. His jump shot's decent though. He can green wide open, has the MJ dribble style and the normal leaner as well. But the reason why he's so valuable and one of the best budget cards in the game is 1000% going to be because of his defense. Next budget card here is going to be Mike D'Antoni. Now, I know there is a lot of people that do like this card. For me personally, I just don't think he's really going to be that amazing. I think he does have some pretty good dribble sigs. Like, he's got the Steph Curry size up, which means he's got the Curry size up, which is really nice to have. He's got the MJ dribble style, which is good. He's basically just another Steph Curry, but with worse defense. So he's like honestly what most Curry cards are usually like in my team. Like, he's just not going to be a great defender. He's not the best at going to the rim, but yes, he can shoot the 3 ball at a very high level. But Galaxy Opal Curry is still a lot better because of his driving dunk and obviously his defense as well. So I feel like for me, Mike D'Antoni is going to be a very solid budget point guard, but I think I'd honestly take Shea because he is 6'6" and going to be a lot better on the defensive end. Honestly, Amari Stoudemire is probably either B tier or low A tier. I think I'll probably go A tier for now. He is a very solid power forward. I do wish his jump shot was a little bit better. He is 6'10" though at the power forward position, and he's going to be super nice on the offensive end. Having a 97 driving dunk, 95 standing dunk means he's going to be a super good rim runner, and then he's also got 90 speed and 90 acceleration as well. Sigs wise, he's got basically point guard sigs. He's got the MJ dribble style, James Harden size up, and the John Wall scape as well. Like, they literally gave him some of the best sigs in the game that you would see on most point guard shooting guards. Like, even a lot of point guards don't have this good of sigs, you know, at the power forward position. And then he's also got his jump shot on very quick timing. It's still not a great jump shot, but I think it's pretty decent. And I would say Amari Stoudemire probably going to be somewhere in the high B tier or low A tier. Nicholas Batum, I think I gotta go B. He is a really solid budget card stats and badges wise, but that jump shot, I just don't know about that release. I mean, maybe I could put him in A tier because he is very solid. Like, he's definitely very good stats and badges wise. This jump shot, I just don't know, man. I mean, honestly, I think I'll throw A tier. I think I will put a Nicholas Batum in the A tier category, but I just don't know about that release. I think it's pretty questionable and very hard to green and definitely slow, but I think I'll throw Batum somewhere in the A tier category. Valanciunas, I think you probably got to go high B tier or low A tier. He's not the greatest of cards. I think I'm probably going to go B tier. He's pretty, I wouldn't say overrated, but I thought he was going to be a lot better than he was. Like, I was really looking forward to using this card, but he's only 6'10" or 6'11", I should say, at the center position, but he's only got 80 speed and 80 acceleration, so it means he's got to play center because he's way too slow to play power forward. His jump shot is good, but it's not like amazing, so I'd say he's probably going to be somewhere in that high B tier category. Maybe he gets moved up to A tier later in the video. Bob Sura, I think you probably also got to throw B tier. Another very solid point guard, but there's just so many good budget point guards in the game, and yes, I would take Bob Sura over a guy like Mike D'Antoni just because his defense is going to be a lot better. He's taller, and even the jump shot shot, I feel like isn't that much worse on a guy like Bob Sir. Now, Kazi Russell, 1000% has to be in the S tier category. And you guys might be saying, how is Kazi Russell on a budget card tier list? I'm not kidding when I tell you guys he's 25,000 MT. He is so good for his price tag. Like, I can't believe he's only 25,000 MT for still easily a top 10 shooting guard in the game. He's 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. I mean, this card is so nice on the offensive end. Still one of the best 300s in the game with the LaMelo Ball base. On quick timing, has some very good sigs. The Chris Paul dribble style, one of the best 300 dribble styles in the game. And just overall, I think Kazi Russell as a budget card is easily going to be somewhere in that top 5. Anthony Davis, he's a solid like amethyst card. Honestly, he probably could go in D tier. Like, he's solid. I want to include some amethyst cards on this tier list as well. I wanted to, you know, have some like super budget cards, but his jump shot on normal timing is just way too slow for the power forward position. He's not even like that great of a defender. Obviously, he's an amethyst card, so he's really good for being an amethyst. He's still one of the best amethysts in the game, but I just think for this type of tier list, probably got to go somewhere in that C tier category. Denny, 1000% going to be a top 5 budget card. He might actually be the best budget card in the game, and for price range, he's about 25 to 30,000 MT, but he's just got to be on this list for how good of a point guard he is. Like, he's up there with Ben Simmons. He's 6'9" at the point guard position, also with a 6'10" wingspan. Like, if you take a look at the difference between Ben and Denny, obviously Ben Simmons is going to be the better point guard, but I don't think there's like this crazy difference. Like, there's +4 interior defense, +10 block is a pretty big upgrade. So yes, defensively, Ben Simmons will be a decent amount better. Jump shot wise though, Denny's got a +25 3 ball with a 93 ball. And then you look at the animations, I do think Denny's release is maybe not better than Ben Simmons, but he's going to be a lot better knocking down threes. And then yes, also Ben Simmons can move a lot better with the Kobe escape, and the Ben Simmons size up is actually very solid as well. So Ben is definitely the better point guard. I'm not trying to say like Denny's better than Ben, but for only about 25 to 30,000 MT, the fact that he's like comparable to a guy like Ben Simmons is really, really good for only being that amount of MT. So for me, 1000% Denny gonna be in the S tier category. Luol Deng, I feel like is very solid. I would probably go B tier. He's still one of the better budget cards in the game, and he's been one of the best budget cards since he obviously did drop. He is 6'9" at that shooting guard position. You know what? You can maybe throw this card in A tier, honestly, because he's got a decent jump shot, pretty good dribble sigs, very solid defender. Yeah, I'm gonna go Luol Deng actually in the A tier category. Channing Frye, I think you probably go C or B. I think for now, I'll probably go high C tier. I think he's a solid budget card, but I really don't think he's that great at the center position. Christian Wood, I think, is easily going to be A tier. I think he's actually a very underrated power forward in the game. Yes, defensively, he's not going to be that good, but offensively, this card's going to be a really nice power forward who's 6'10", going to be amazing at going to the basket. And jump shot wise, I do think he's got a very solid release with his jump shot on quick timing, and then he's also got the MJ dribble style and the normal leaner. So for me, I think Christian Wood going to be somewhere in that mid to low A tier, but definitely still an A tier budget card in my opinion. Next one here is going to be Marc Gasol. I think he's probably also got to be an A tier. He's still one of the better centers in the game right now. Don Ole, this is actually a pretty interesting one. Is Don Ole a top 5 budget card? I feel like he might be, right? Because I do think he's not as good as Danny Advia, or however you say his last name, but Don Ole, I still think you got to have him as a top 5 budget card. He's about 20,000 MT right now, so he's gone down in price, and he's gone down in price a lot recently, with obviously season 5 dropping and just a lot of good dark matters and Galaxy Opals in the game. I would say he's probably still a top 5 budget card because he's still a very good point guard. You know what? I'll keep him in A tier for now, but I think he probably will get moved up to S tier later in the video. Serge Ibaka, I think you got to go B. I think I'm also going to move maybe Luol Deng down to B tier. I kind of want to balance the tiers out a little bit, so I'll probably go Luol Deng. Actually, but I would take Luol Deng over Batum. I know this might be crazy to say. I'm putting Luol Deng in A, and I'm putting Batum in B. I just don't really like this Batum card. I hate his jump shot. I find it super hard to green and super slow. And Luol Deng, 6'9", just as tall as Nicholas Batum, plays just as good as defense, but is going to be so much better on the offensive end with better sigs and a better jump shot as well. So for me, I think Luol Deng is honestly better than a guy like Batum, even at that small forward position. Iguodala, I think you still got to throw somewhere in A tier because he's about on the same level as a guy like Luol Deng. He's a very good defender. He's 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan at that shooting guard and small forward position. He's still one of the best defenders in the game, at least on the perimeter, having a 97 steal, 97 lateral quickness with a 97 perimeter defense, and then he's also got a 92 block and a 92 interior defense. I mean, this card is an amazing defender. He's got Hall of Fame challenger, clamps, glove, menace, post lockdown. Like, yes, his jump shot might only be on normal timing, and he's not going to be the best offensive card, but for a budget card that plays really good defense, he's just going to be AK, but at that shooting guard position. Jaden McDaniels, 1000% going to be in the S tier category. I think he's even better than a guy like AK at small forward, and he only goes for under 5,000 MT. He is so good at that small forward position, has the Curry slide, he can move really well, has a solid jump shot, and going to be a very good defender as well. So for me, Jaden McDaniels, 1000% going to be a top 5 budget card. KPJ, I think you probably throw somewhere in the C tier category. Is he better than Mike D'Antoni? Not exactly sure. Once again, he's another Amethyst card. Just kind of wanted to include him on this tier list. Kristaps Porzingis, I think you've got to go B tier. I think he's a little bit better than a guy like Channing Frye at the center position. Him and Jonas Valanciunas, I think, is a close debate at center. Kristaps has got a way better jump shot. He's 7'3", so he's got that height and the wingspan. Valanciunas probably a little bit faster and a little bit better on the defensive end, but I think they're very similar at the center position. Lamar Odom, I think, has also got to be somewhere in B tier. He's nothing crazy, but he is 6'10" at the small forward spot. He's going to be a very solid defender with a good release as well, but I don't think he's on the same level as a Luol Deng at small forward. I think he's kind of comparable to a guy like Nicholas Batum. Paul George, I think you also got to go B tier. I just do not like this jump shot only on normal timing. It is nice now that on his Galaxy Opal, he's got it on quick timing, but on this Pink Diamond version, it is nice that he can play shooting guard, so maybe he does go A, but he's got the pro dribble style, which means he literally can't move at all. His sigs really aren't the best. Jump shot only on normal timing. Stats and badges are really good for this Paul George card, but the fact that he's got the pro dribble style, I think he's honestly got to go in B tier. Penny Hardaway, 1000% going to be at least in the A tier category, maybe even goes up into S. I mean, yes, his Pink Diamond is probably a little bit better than his Amethyst, but the Amethyst is basically his Pink Diamond version, and Pink Diamond Penny is still probably somewhere in that top 10 point guard range. Wesley Person, once again, I think he's a solid budget card, but he's just going to be another Amethyst. I just wanted to include these Amethysts, in the budget card tier list just to show you guys that they are still very good budget cards, but it's just hard for them to compete with the other really good cards in the game. I mean, you could probably make an argument for Wesley Person in the B tier category, but I'll probably throw him down to C alongside Anthony Davis and KPJ. Lonzo Ball, I think probably in B tier. He gives you really good defense, but man, is that card a liability on the offensive end. He is such a bad offensive card that I think it really holds him back from being in the A tier category. So now, guys, we do have to move 2 of these budget cards into the S tier category to round off the top 5 budget cards. So let me know in the comment section down below, out of all these budget cards in A tier, which 2 would you guys move up into the S tier spot? I think for me, it's probably going to be Don Ole and AK-47. The way that I'm kind of looking at that is I think Don Ole is a better point guard than Penny Hardaway, just by a little bit. I do think he's better at point guard, and then AK I think's a better small forward than like Luol Deng, Iguodala, and just overall his cards. I think these are going to be my top 5 budget cards in the game, but let me know in the comment section down below what do you guys think about my budget card tier list, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.